Gentlemen, this is the PodBrother. We are live with Justin Renken in Santa Monica Boulevard. No, he's actually in Santa Monica. Right away. He's not on the
Right
boulevard.
now.
He's right now live in Santa Monica. You're up at the Vapor Delight, so I know you're between schedules, between all your studio work and your DJing and your viping and your RD developing and everything else you got going. I'm glad you could take a few seconds and we can talk shop. Justin Renken, DJ. Can we call you DJ Justin Renken? What's your DJ handle?
Well, these days, like in the last couple of years, they started to become more like artists, producing songs from, and they tend to use their real full name or moniker, full name. So as I do the same thing, make music from scratch, I am referred to as Justin Renken or DJ Justin Renken.
All right, I'm gonna call you Justin or Jay for now, because now that we got that straight, we can be a little bit informal. Now I've had the honor of working with you on a couple of projects. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of when you first had an inkling for music. When was the first time that you can remember where either you heard music and like, you know what, I wanna make music, or I just want to dance, or I want to jump around? When was that?
I do remember when I was in school, I would listen to the radio while I did my homework, and my parents wanted me to listen to smooth jazz, so that's smooth jazz. I do my homework, but then one day I got a little curious, so I kind of turned it around and I found a hits radio station, but it was night, so they were playing club remixes of songs I already knew. And this was new and different, and being so young, I fantasized about the clubs and what it was like because I couldn't do it. And back then, I thought that the DJ was with keyboards and drum machines, like making these remixes live at the club. I understand yet that it was something that they made beforehand. So I came up with this dream that I wanted to do that, and not long thereafter, I received this massive gift of DJ equipment and 800 CDs with all different kinds of music on it, and I started DJing in my basement, annoying the hell out of my parents. It was a good time. That's 15 years ago, and now it's come to this. I'm in LA. I'm making music, producing albums, and doing remixes, and it's a good time.
All right, take me back to the first real DJ gig you had, and kind of walk your excitement. Okay, so you got all this gear, you got this music, and and you. I want to try to do this in front of some people and see if they don't throw vegetables at me. When was that?
6 months old. All right, first gig. Sorry about that. First gig. I was in 7th grade. I got this gig at my own school, middle school, and I was DJing a middle school dance. It was for Valentine's Day, and I had my gear set up. I came in 3 hours early to set everything up, make sure everything was tight and right, and it was my first gig in front of people, so I was really nervous. But all my friends, I'm not going to say they were jealous, but they wanted to mess with me a little bit. So they kept unplugging my stuff while I was DJing, or pressing random buttons, or they would throw candy hearts at me. So yeah, I had a little more challenges than just getting the beat mixing right and playing the right music. But over time, I still kept at it because it was so fun, and now I'm doing a lot more than just middle school dances. But I still kept school for 10 years. They just kept having me back over and over, and that was a lot of fun.
Nice. Okay, let's fast forward the tape to you've been doing this a while, and understand the industry. You've got your eyes on a few celebrities, a couple of iconic DJs. You now are making music, mastering music, mixing music. That place where you felt like, all right, this is big time now. This is a big time gig, and I now am recognized. I'm in that elite level of DJing. Walk me through the first time you felt that. a club, or was it a teen mix? Was it L.A., Vegas? Walk me through the time where you felt like, okay, I've crossed the threshold from, Chump Junior High to actually legitimate professional, DJ, audio engineering, composer. Walk me through that.
All right. So to give you the full story, we got to go back and then we got to fast forward. So
It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. We go back and then forward and then back.
We got multiple timelines. It's Time Machine H.G. Wells style.
All right, I'll stay with you. Hopefully the audience can stay with this. So pay attention, because we're going back and then we're going to go forward. Then we're going to go jump back and then we'll jump forward. All right, Jay, take it away.
I grew up with the internet as the internet was growing too. So there used to be this website called mp3.com. I mean, it's a little different. This was a website that you could go to and download music from artists who provided it for free or for a price, but mostly it was just free music that people would make and then be like, I hope I get famous from this. So there was an artist on this website called Ryan Fair. He was leading a pretty successful career doing, I don't want to say easy listening, but more like atmospheric, very feel-good, positive energy type music.
Kind of ambient, a little bit.
Ambient, yeah, easy to study or relax to. So I started listening to a lot of his music. Now let's fast forward. Okay, we're going to fast forward at least 10 years. Now I'm in LA, and I realize, he's in LA too. So I sent him an email that I'm making music, his music, and all that. And he actually commissioned me to make a remix of one of his songs to his upcoming album, because now he dance music too. So I spent 3 days, no sleep, all my gear, everything I had, making this remix for a track called Round and Round. And when I sent it to him, he really liked it. He emailed me back, told me I did a great job. Usually in this type of situation, about 5 or 6 artists are commissioned to make a remix, and then maybe 2 or 3 are selected to itself. So I wasn't selected to be on the album itself, but he played my track live, and he told me that he really liked it. So that's when I knew that the value I had to offer was something of real merit in the industry.
Nice. Now you also had the chance to kind of test your skills in filmmaking and music videos, and a little bit behind the scenes, some audio. I know you entered, we can jump back a little bit and then we can jump forward. You entered a contest for YouTube a few years back for Quicken.
Yeah, actually it was TurboTax.
Yeah.
TurboTax.
Yeah. Walk me through that. Like, how did that even come up? You're sitting around, all of a sudden you'd be like, hey, they're doing a YouTube contest video for TurboTax. Should do something. Like,
yeah,
how did that, walk me through that.
Well, the funny thing is, most of the things that I'm into nowadays, or major good things that happened in my life, was the result of clicking on ads. I know that sounds weird, but I could list out things that I'm happy to have in my life just because I looked at a banner ad and was like, that's cool, let me click on that. So I was checking my email one day and I saw this banner ad for TurboTax, and they were having a video contest with YouTube. You have to make a rap music video that talked about taxes and TurboTax. So I clicked on that banner ad and then found out that you could win $25,000 by submitting a video and getting votes for it to become the finalist and then win. So I get all my friends together. I've been making short films and various little video projects for. This was 2007, so it would have been about 3 or 4 years that I've been making video stuff. So we decided to give this a shot, and we made a 2-minute long music video. It was like all big production, like rollers and dollies and jibs and jigs. And we wrote all the lyrics, we produced the music, and it came out all right. We got over 10,000 views on it. We didn't. But I think it was because we kind of blazed on H&R Block a little bit, and we were kind of jabbing at them a little bit, and I think legal department was like, let's not go down that road. But It was a pretty good. You can watch it on YouTube right now. Just search for "Show Me the Check Mark," and then that music video is going to show up.
Well, you know what? I'm going to pull it up right now and play it.
Here we go.
Because
all right, I was younger, so the disclaimer. All right.
How old were you when you?
When I did this, I was.
What are we looking for now? We're searching for.
I was about 20 when I did this video. It's TurboTax. My video is called "Show Me the Check Mark," like check mark.
All right, let me see if I can. Pops up right on top.
There it is.
Here it is. All right, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. So I'm gonna grab you, pull you off to the side. If I can remember how to do that. I'm lost in my own buttons.
This one time I toured a recording studio in Miami, and that was when I was still in high school and I was making music. I was so impressed. It was just like hundreds of thousands of dollars of gear just everywhere, and the number of buttons was just astounding. I was like, I could do this for the rest of my life and still not know what all the buttons do. So yeah, that was exciting.
All right, so looks like I got this working. So now all right, so let me see if I can phone to mute you. Nope, I just muted myself. Actually, you can see me, right?
Yes.
So mute your mic so I don't get your background while we play your video. And then I'll just say, hey, come back. Okay. All right, that's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to play your video.
TurboTax.
Number one, son, it's the program I use, and then boom, my taxes is done, son.
And I got deductions, way too many to count. I chill out and let the maximizer run. CURBOTAX.
Refund success.
I get my check like lickety split.
Don't need the whip, I just sit and click.
I have an accountant.
We don't need them.
She say he got people, we don't wanna meet them.
What, are you a blockhead?
Got weak style.
I'd rather click it up and hit the e-file. All you need is a CD.
Tax online for free.
It's easy, like 1, 2, 3. The software does the work for me. If TurboTax is what you use, then raise up those W2s. If you're hating, then you need to get smart and show me the check mark. Oh yeah, all the players and all the dimes, whip out those 1099s.
No need to freeze,
so just relax.
And TurboTax. I'm in debt. Or what?
I'm getting stressed from the IRS. I gotta do my taxes with super speed.
Then TurboTax is all you need. T-Tax saves me Benjamin.
TurboTax is super pimp.
Tax is so legit.
Just look at all the stuff you can do with it. All you need is a CD.
Or try T-Tax online for free.
It's easy, like 1, 2, 3. The software does the work for me. If TurboTax is what you use, then raise up those W2s.
Let me see the check mark.
Oh yeah, show me the check mark.
Oh yeah.
All the players and all the dimes, whip out those 1099s.
No need to freeze,
so just relax.
And TurboTax.
Nice. Very funny. I can't hear you. I can't hear. Turn your mic back on.
It was just a little something.
Yeah, that is. So, it is very, very funny. Very funny stuff.
Thank you very much.
Okay, somebody.
That was just before HD came out, so Sony VX2000, which was a pretty common video camera at the time, and it worked out. But when we ordered it, because we only had like 10 days to make the video because the contest was ending. When the camera came, the sound didn't work on it, and so we had to like manually link every shot to the video. Like we couldn't time lock or time sync anything, so it was tough, but we got through it.
Nice. Well, it's very, very, very funny. It's quick cuts. It's funny. The performance was good, and the music was really, it was catchy. It was fun. It was energetic. You could kind of like dance to it.
Thanks. I mean, I know it was a long time after like Will Smith's kind of Brain, but I feel like clean and easy to hear what was going on because the lyrics themselves, portrayed a message that was important to the contest. So I did something like that, like bouncy, clean, and easy to nod your head to.
Nice. Tilt your camera down just a little bit because I got some too much headroom. There we go. And so let's see. Slide to your other way. The other way. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So okay. So you did that video. What was the next film thing you did? I know you tried your hand in some wedding videos.
Yes.
How did that go? Because
Well,
I've done weddings, and I had one bridezilla that I just wanted to punch in the head, and I'm like, I'm never doing weddings ever again, man, because this is like, nah, you can have this.
The one, okay, so I did do a lot of weddings. I was DJing, and I started doing weddings about 16 years old, which is really tough because there's a lot of expectations of you, and people kind of assume you want to play music that they don't like, or you're not going to be very professional. So I had a steep mountain to kind of overcome with that, and it does work out generally. If the right music that people like to dance to for that particular wedding, then you can have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, you're going to have the classics like You're On Me or Build Me Up Buttercup or what have you, but weddings where I just like fire 90s dance like as loud as possible, and people are just in it. Like they got the glow sticks, and it's fun times. My last wedding that I did, and when I was like no more weddings, it was my third grade teacher's daughter's wedding. And this particular teacher didn't like me very much in school when I was in third grade because I would always try to make jokes or speak out in class or, be me. And apparently that kind of haunted me all those years later when I did that wedding. So it did not go well. I did my best, but
That was a little payback.
a little bit of karma was going on right there.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so then you're in Michigan. You're doing your thing. You're doing some teen club mixing. That was a big part of that played a big contribution in your whole DJ evolution, didn't it?
It was a big step because at the time in high school I was DJing just random parties and maybe a lot of bar mitzvahs, stuff like that, and I wasn't really engaged with it very much. It was, I made money, it was a good job, but I wanted to take it a little bit further. So in my sophomore year in high school, during the summer, I heard that there was a teen night going on at a club that's usually for 21 and up, but they would have earlier hours, and you could go as long as you were 14 to 17 years old and just dance, no drinks or anything, just white water and dancing. And so this was so fun, and I was like, we can do this. So I went to a competing club, and I said, okay, I got the inside scoop, I got the DJ skills, I got the network. We can do this at your club, triple the capacity. These other guys that run for their money. So they agreed to that, and we would take home a percentage of the door. It was so much fun. We had great summers, and I actually ended up training someone under me to continue it, and then that person trained someone under them to continue it. So there's a little bit of legacy that happened after that as well. And you know,
so you're like the godfather of like teen house, and
yeah. You could say that. I'm not going to admit it, but you know, if you're going to say that, then I'm not going to like stop. But yeah, we did it in a couple different clubs, at least 3 different ones in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and it was great. It was just so much fun. I would DJ, and they would just be dancing nonstop, and people would be driving for away just to come hang, and that was a lot of fun.
Wow, that's okay. So then we fast forward to all of a sudden you're sitting there in Michigan making some music, and you decide, you know what, I want to like country and hit LA, take a stab at the big time. So what were you thinking? Like, you know, the first day that you thought, you know what, let me just see what's happening on the West Coast, and I'm ready to make that jump. You go from just chilling in Michigan to, all right, let's do something.
All right. Critical point in my career and life at this time. I'm in Michigan, you know, I'm honing in my skills and talents, but I'm finding that Michigan is starting to get smaller and smaller. And yeah, I did take a couple trips out to LA a couple years prior, like back in 2005. I was about maybe barely 19 years old. I was on MTV's Next. It was like this dating show.
Oh yeah, tell me about that.
And this is my best kept secret. I went to LA. I was bored. I was like, I'm going to try to be on TV today. So I went on Craigslist, and they were like calling all talent, blah, blah, blah. So I sent in my description and stuff. They called me down to MTV headquarters in Santa Monica, and I passed all the tryouts or whatever, and then a show called Next. And, you know, a bunch of people would be in this bus, and then there would be someone else. Like if there was a bunch of guys on the bus, there would be a girl, and she's trying to guy to go on a date with. So each guy on the bus would have their turn dating her, and she could choose to say next, and then she couldn't get that guy if she didn't want him, and then a new guy would come out, but she doesn't know what the new guy's going to be like. So it's kind of like a stay or stray situation. And I went on that show, and that was. Then I came back to Michigan, and I was like, all that seems to be in Michigan are trees and fields of trees. So I started having those California dreams, and this is when the PodBrother comes into play, because we started doing a project called Stranger in the World, where he was already well engaged in this project, but one of the elements of this project was taking an audio album that was produced, a soundtrack album, and remixing it for the club to get some more exposure for the brand. So the PodBrother hit me up to do this, and the track was called Step Up to the Plate. So remix in Michigan, sent the track over, and everybody who listened to it really liked it, or so I've heard. So they wanted me to come out and do some more work with the project. So I decided to do that, and lo and behold, this was maybe 2 years ago, I fly out and finished the rest of the album, remixed 10, 11 tracks for that project, and here I am, still in LA, living it up, you know, I guess you could say. It's, you know, challenging a lot of the time too, but I like to be out there moving and solving problems, and it seems to be a good spot for me right now. You
also have some skills with graphic arts. You did some album art design as well. How did you come up with that concept for the album cover?
Well, the story itself regarding Stranger in the World was originally a book. It's about the dichotomy between, I guess, rural life and then futuristic technology life. when they asked me to do the album cover design for that track, I decided to create, you know, a world, an Earth, but then the left half would be kind of wood and old school, and then the right half would be like circuit board futuristic to kind of show that dichotomy. And then when I would make my remixes, I kind of put in some aural cues that as well, and that did work out in the end. Yeah, there were a lot of challenges and deadlines to meet and stuff like that, but the end product turned out pretty good, and I ended up performing some of those remixes in various places after the project was done.
Pulling up that artwork and behind me so they can see it as you're talking about it. So you did this artwork for the track, and you were able to like do some remixes on some of the original music. Okay, let's fast forward to the next thing. You try your hand at composing some music for a fashion designer, Rob Bennett. Yes. So, tell me that chapter. Like, what happened? How did you even meet Rob? Like, how did that come across?
All right. Well, the project's done. I've got this fully assembled album of remix tracks, and I end up on a plane going overseas to France to perform these tracks and do some DJing over there. Film festival. I'm in France. I've got my DJ gear. I'm walking around, and I have an access pass for the showroom, the business floor for the film festival.
The marketplace.
And the marketplace, exactly. And then I see this dude kind of outside the building, kind of like staring around, staring. I'm like, hey, is there anything like I can help you with? And he says, oh, my girlfriend and I just came over from Milan, and we heard this thing was going on. We don't really know what it is. What is this? So we started talking about it a little bit. I found out his name was Rob Bennett, and he was a fashion designer out of Atlanta, Georgia. Was doing a fashion show in Milan. And
oh, I think we lost the signal. Okay, there he is. He's calling me back. Okay, I lost you there for a second,
That's all right. You got me back, though, right?
Yep, I got you back.
Okay, cool. I find out his name is Rob Bennett, fashion designer out of Atlanta. He was doing a show in Milan for the MIFF, or the Milan International Film. And we got to talking about how, we could combine different ideas and what I did, what he did. And he ended up talking me into making this track for him to, I guess, get the word out there for his brand, his trademarks. He has this trademark look called the cutaway, which is a fashion designing device that makes it more convenient and stylish to.
So the sleeves are cutaway.
Yeah, like
on the tux jacket
are actually cut away to expose
so that you can
cufflinks.
see his designer cufflinks, because he had designer cufflinks as well, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And so I made this track called Cutaway, this like Las Vegas smash hit kind of dance floor track, and played that for him in Las Vegas, as he did go there often for fashion stuff. I know Magic was taking place there. I went to that. That's a fashion expo in Vegas. And he really liked that. He wanted to supply a USB stick with some info and the track inside of each suit jacket that he sold for his fashion line, Be by Rob Bennett. Now, I also made a music video for the track so that we could showcase the fashion and catch Rob kind of doing his socialite thing in the Las Vegas club Pure, which is inside of Caesar's Palace. And that was a really good time as well. A lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I found that networking and just talking with people, you'd be surprised the kind of opportunities that pop up.
Now, I happen to have that video on cue. So let me play a little bit of it, and let me just get it queued up here for us. All right, so if you mute your mic again, and I'll let you know when to come back.
All right, you got it.
And we will get some cutaway for you.
Cutaway.
was Cutaway. That looked like a lot of fun, man. That was some work.
Oh yeah, I mean the fun, so it totally worked out.
So, so how did the video come about?
Well, the video came about by way of something called crowdfunding. And if you don't know what crowdfunding is, it's a new concept. It's been around for the last few years or so, where people can come together and contribute to a singular cause, whether it be nonprofit, commercial, or industrial. And the big website that kind of jumped this off was called Kickstarter. It's available for viewing at Kickstarter.com. You can start your own campaign for any reason, really, and get people to contribute to your campaign so that you can make things happen. And we did that. $5,000 to make the video, employed 2 shooting teams to shoot the video. One was Everything to Nothing Productions out of Vegas, and one was PK Images out of Los Angeles. And we provided perks to people who contributed to the campaign, fashion or copies of the video or copies of the track, downloadable content, things like that. And the crowdsourcing really worked out in the end because we were able to get the video done, looked great, and Pure loved it too at Caesar's Palace. They really liked the work that we did.
Do you keep in touch with the folks over at Pure to let them know that you are still alive and breathing? And what do you plan to do with the video? Because it's really, really good. And, you know, I think more people should see it. You know, maybe some people should try to buy it. Or if, you know, worst comes to shove, just put it up on YouTube just for people to enjoy it and dance to it. What's your plans?
Well, that would be a good question for Rob Bennett himself, which I implore you and challenge him to be your next on the PodBrother show.
I had planned on calling him. I wanted to get you first and send him a link to it so I can kind of do a follow-up interview with him. So great minds do think alike. He is on my the PodBrother hit list. He's in my scope.
True.
But what would be your desire for the video? Where would you like to see it in the perfect world?
Well, there are a couple of out there that stream dance music videos only. There's this one that's streamed by Orange in Europe, in France specifically. And there's a couple others that stream online only, things like that. I like to see it in rotation on something like that. I guess you could call it like a MTV, but for dance music only, electronic dance music, or EDM as it's called.
Can you send me the links to those and I can explore them a little bit, and maybe when I reach out to Rob I can let him know about what some of those.
Sure, I can make that happen.
Sweet. Okay, when we're done here you can send me that. Now that led to you participating in the 48-hour film challenge to have the poster of that event queued up. And closing, walk me through that.
48-hour film challenge. All right, if you don't know what that is, it's a competition. This is the second major competition I was in this city, but the challenge takes place in multiple cities. And when you assemble, they do a presentation for you where they give you a couple key components. And these key components need to be in a film that you have only 48 hours to produce in entirety and bring back to the original location. That's how the challenge works. Judged by both the and designated judges. And the winners of these challenges, they get prizes like submissions to major film festivals around the world, prizes like that, swag, gear, software, that kind of thing. So I participated in this challenge with the PodBrother, and we got our category, like a genre, and then we got a character and a prop that we had to use in the film. And we ended up deciding to make a film about the red carpet, and that's why it's called the right part.
And you were able to tie in the music and, you know, V by Rob Benton, and he was even in the film,
Yeah.
and one of his dresses was in the film. How did that work out?
It worked out great. Rob actually flew out from Atlanta just to be in our film. That was a real honor, and I had a lot of my music put in the film because I was editing. So I would have been kind of dumb to not put my own music in. But it did work out because it was a party atmosphere, kind of upbeat, sophisticated situation. So I did have some music that worked out. I edited the film. I did all of the audio engineering on the film as well. That's what my degree is in, music engineering. So I was involved in a lot of the back-end post-production for the film, and it worked out really well. We got it in on time, and we had a really big cast, and the judges and the officiators of the challenge were really impressed with how the PodBrother team could be so big but still deliver what it was promised to deliver.
Well, I appreciate you taking some time to talk with the PodBrother here on this lovely night in Los Angeles, California. Santa Monica to Los Angeles, that's a little short jump, but just goes to show you that what we can get done with this new technology. I'm really excited about my new studio, working out a few bugs, but we're getting there. I'm going to close this out with a video you did called The Stuff, and you know, set us up how this came across. It's a launch party in Newport Beach, and there's some celebrities from the Housewives of OC and a bunch of hot models, and you know, it's a fashion show, and you get a chance to do Rob Bennett's tune. Like, walk me through that event while I set this video up, and then on your way out, give us where we can reach you and an email or a web address, and we'll shoot some fans your way.
All right, so this last video that you're going to see is a music video that we produced with PK Images for a launch of a social dry lounge. And what a dry lounge is it's kind of like a hair salon. There's no shampooing going on. It's just basically what they call blowouts, where they kind of get you ready for the night so that you can go out, go on the red carpet, go to the club or the party, and be looking fresh. This particular one, however, combined both fashion and beauty together so that you could see live fashion shows while getting blown out ready for the night. And this was the launch party of that place, the Social Dry Lounge. And it was a lot of fun. People were dancing, having a good time. And the track that you're hearing is one of the remixes from Stranger in the World, owned by Janice Lynn Beal. So it all kind of came together. You got the PodBrother, B by Rob Bennett, you got Stranger in the World, you got Janice Lynn Beal, and of course you got Justin Renken. So that quintuplefecta, I guess you could say. And it worked out pretty well, so enjoy.
Awesome. Okay, well, here's that video that music that you remixed from Janet's Wynn Beal's album. And on behalf of the PodBrother, all things cool, funny, and awesome, Justin Renken, thank you for your time. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you around the corner on the next project.
Definitely. Thanks for having me on the show. And you can reach me, Justin Renken, RENKEN, at hotmail.com if you want to send me an email, or you can go to my SoundCloud and listen to some of my tracks at .com/Justin Renken.
Awesome. Okay. We'll see you around the corner. Thanks. Great job.